Hi, friends, and welcome in to the PHNX Suns pregame show brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's #1 sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you know whenever we are live. I'm Lindsay Smith. That's Saul Bookman. That's Espo.
You know who you remind me of? When,
Who?
like, you know, we were just talking about
When I just say, hi, friends.
we literally was talking about energy before the show. And when you started that opening, I really felt like I had just walked up to like Hotel Transylvania or something like that. And you were like, hi, friends, come on in.
In like a creepy way?
Yeah.
I thought Jim Nance.
Who?
Hello,
Oh,
friends.
hello, friends.
I don't know who that is.
Golf.
CBS.
Oh, okay. I see.
As we stroll about the meadow here at the 16th green. at the
I
Masters.
gave those vibes?
Hello, friends. Yes. Jim
Espo, are
Nance.
you on OGs right now like the chat is? Because that's not the vibes that I feel like I'm putting out.
I wish, but no, I am not. We'll
I'm
see how
really-
the game goes.
I'm not going to lie, though. I am really proud of the chat because this was the advice that we gave yesterday, that if you were anxious about tonight's game, OGs right as the pregame show started, and then you would be good to go.
Oh, we
So,
winning tonight.
shout out to all you guys for actually listening to our advice. And hopefully, though, we won't need it. Hopefully, we will not need it. The Suns and the Heat are going to face off tonight. Obviously, the Suns are looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. And Miami, they're kind of a little all
Up
over the
and
place
down.
right now. They've gone 4-4 in their last 8 games. So how are you guys feeling about this one?
Oh, we're going to win tonight.
You feel really good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna win. As sure as Lindsay's wearing my sweatpants, I'm positive that we're going to win.
These are my sweatpants.
Let's not go there.
We have the same sweatpants,
We have the same
just to be
sweatpants,
clear.
yeah.
I'm guessing
She's not
different size.
She's not really wearing my... No, because they would be like on the ground right now.
Look, I'm not overly concerned tonight because they're back home. I think that is a place where this team can get their head right. Devin Booker is back around them, so he may have said more than just that tweet of a Kevin Durant quote. He may have said, get your head out of your asses and let's win a game tonight. I think that this is a get-right game. I don't think they're going to win big, but I think this is a get-right game with some home cooking.
They're going to win by 40.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just kidding. Probably like 4. But they're going to win.
That's what I picked. I picked Suns by 4 tonight, but we'll get into that
Way
a
to ruin
little
that
bit
segment.
later. I do think so. Like you said, they're at home, which I think is in huge favor of the Suns. Bees brought it up in the chat as well, said role players shoot better at home. Let's hope that's the case tonight. This does happen a lot. And this year, weirdly enough, because in years past, we've seen they play better on the road. And the reasoning behind that is I don't know if it's just mostly a Devin thing. He likes to be in enemy territory. He feeds off of the chaos and the crowd that is constantly yelling and screaming and harping at him. But this year we have seen, especially early on in the season, this team has played better at home than it has on the
Yeah,
road.
this team
So
is
thank God that road trip is over.
garbage on the road, this team. So, yeah. I mean, it's good to come home, get some home cooking, get the fans back. Listen, I think the fans can feel the sense of urgency, too. Like, we gotta start getting some dubs because this could go sideways real quick. I think you're going to feel that energy in the arena tonight, and that's why I think the Suns are going to win.
My concern is that we don't feel that the fans react to that road trip the way the Suns played.
How dare
on
you
that road
underestimate
trip.
our fan base?
Well, but we've seen this. I love Suns. When things are good, there is not a louder, better arena than the Footprint Center. But we've seen it. I mean, hell, I sat in that arena for God knows how many games, probably 200 of them or more in my time there. And when it's bad, it can get very quiet in that arena. They need a fast start to fuel the fans tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're talking about some awful, awful years. And I know they're 20 and 19, but they are coming off of, a good back-to-back, years of performance. So I think there is a little bit of a difference between these guys now and the Suns of yore, if you will.
Not if they come out and play like they did against the Knicks and you see an 11-point first quarter. The PTSD kicks in with those fans. It's going to be – I don't think it'll be as loud as we want. They need to have a good first quarter.
Listen, if you're a fan and you're at that game and this team puts up 11, you do this. This is all you have to do. Boo! I guarantee you it'll turn around. Boo them.
I'm going to hold on to, I'm going to have some hope
Go on the Game Time app and go boom myself.
You might. You probably could find some pretty good deals over there. But I'm going to hold hope that at least the other night, Wednesday night, we started this game with defensive intensity, right? The shots still weren't falling in our favor as well as we would have liked, but the energy was there. So I feel like if the energy at least is there on the defensive side, the crowd will be into it.
100%. I mean, sure, they only scored 14 points, but they held them to 15 points. That's fine. Just be in the game. Show that intensity at least on one side of the floor, and I think the crowd will be in it. But if you get a Knicks situation, I don't think it's going to be as good as we'd hope out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Riddle in the chat said DA and a first for Bam. Who says no to that trade?
Me.
DA.
Oh, DA would go to South Beach.
I don't know. Miami would be kind of dope.
I mean, Miami would be. I've never been to Miami. I've always wanted to go. Maybe we should go.
It's so humid, though. Oh, my God. I don't know how people do it.
But it's South Beach.
I know.
Do you know what's at South Beach?
Yes, but I still don't know how people do it. Frank's feeling good. Said Bridges 25-point game coming. Y'all feel good on Mikal Bridges right now?
Are we talking about multiple games? Get 25 points combined?
Are we talking about like in theory or vibes or actual performance on the court?
I mean, like I'd feel great about a 25-point Mikal game. I just don't know if we're gonna get it. You know what? If there's a game that he's gonna be motivated to bounce back, it's gonna be this one after missing that final shot.
Yeah,
because that sticks with a guy. Like so.
Yeah, because scoring 4 points in another game doesn't spark you enough.
Well, it's not the same as I missed the game-tying shot, and the whole city was like, "Why the hell did you give Mikal the ball?" Like, I'm sure that probably irks a professional athlete a little bit.
I will say, completely unrelated note, being home has probably rejuvenated them a little bit. I don't know about you guys. Like, as much as I love being on the road for work or traveling or vacation or whatever, there's nothing about a good night's sleep in your own house with your own bed, your own comforts. You know what I mean? I just feel like you get better rest in those areas after a vacation, towards the tail end. The beginning of a vacation, maybe, but this wasn't a vacation, obviously. This is a work trip. So I think hopefully he got a really good night's sleep.
I haven't seen Tracy in the chat, so I think I could say this. Spoken like somebody without a kid.
Well, Mikal doesn't have kids, so we're in the right spot. We're working on it.
Spoken like somebody without a kid. DA may have had a rougher night's sleep with a newborn at home than on the road.
Maybe. DA, how old is DA Jr. now? 2? Is he like 2?
No, I think
he's still like under 1.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Just a little guy?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see. How you guys feeling about this Miami Heat team? Is there anyone you're keeping your eye on specifically that you think the Suns need to contain tonight?
I mean, Bam could be a problem. DA's done decent against Bam, not great. But he's had moments against him. And Bam, listen, Bam is what you want DA to be, except better. That's just how it is. And Bam is one of the better rebounders and all-around players in the league. And, you got to keep him off the boards. You got to keep his energy from affecting the game. And that's going to be a large task for DA.
It's always Jimmy Butler for me.
Always Jimmy Buckets.
He's got the ability to go out there and torch you on any given night. So got to keep an eye on him. I think they're lucky that Tyler Hero is a game time decision in this one, because he's another guy that can catch fire. But if he's ailing a little bit and that slows him down, that's to your benefit. But Jimmy Buckets is a guy that I'm always keeping my eye on.
Jimmy's forever always trying to clap at opponents and beat them.
Am I the only one that would love Jimmy Butler on their team? Like, I'm not saying specifically right now this team and like saying it would be a good fit, but I would love to have Jimmy Butler on my team.
The same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's got really good energy. He's got the right amount of like energy to sass ratio.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah. He can roam the hallways dribbling all he wants in our hotel. Let's go, baby.
Is he still serving coffee, or was that a 1-year bubble deal?
I don't know.
I've never had any, but I feel like I would enjoy trying.
He's putting a lot of work in, though.
I always felt like him and Goran were such a weird combination as friends. Like they became good friends in Miami, and I was like, that pairing is such an odd couple.
I think it kind of works out perfectly because of that. All right, so let's take a peek at who will be playing in tonight's game and who will not. On the Suns side of things, Devin Booker and Cam Johnson still out, and then Payne is also out tonight with right foot soreness. Obviously, he came back last game and then left again last game. Unfortunately, it's the same right foot that he's been dealing with. He said after the game to Dwayne Rankin that kind of just felt a little uncomfortable, and the team basically said, shut it down. It's not even worth it. Just stay out the rest of the game. Hopefully we don't miss another 9 games without Payne because of this right foot soreness. On the Heat side, we've got Caleb Martin out, Dwayne Dedmon probable, Duncan Robinson out, Nikola Jovic out, and then Tyler Hero was added late in this one as questionable. He's got some back spasms going on right now, so we'll see. I haven't seen anything on Twitter that I've looked at in the last 5 minutes that has given us an answer, but fingers crossed. That would help us out if he was out in tonight's game, I will say. And I don't want anybody to be injured, but also I'll take what I can get at this point.
How is Udonis Haslem not always on their injury report as day-to-day just because he's 43? Dude is old. Dude's been in this game a long time.
Hey,
He has been.
I'm
He's
43.
your age. I mean,
I know.
Oh.
Still got it.
So, starting lineup tonight,
yeah.
we've got Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, Mikal Bridges, Torrey Craig back in the starting unit, and Deandre in.
Oh, I didn't like that Dario Saric run, did you, Monty? Okay, cool.
But what? Why not try something else? We've seen what Torrey Craig has to offer.
What else would you like to see?
I'd like to see Ish Wainwright. We talked about it.
Yeah.
If you're going to play him for 10 minutes eventually, and it's not because you're trying to limit the games he plays, give him a shot there. The guy's played hard. You need some kind of something different in that starting lineup. We know it. They've been anemic. Give the guy a chance. He's a hustle guy. Maybe he surprises you. Worst thing is you score 11 points in the first quarter. Oh, already did that, so we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But I would say if you asked Monty his answer, whether it's being honest or not, he would say, I'm looking for some continuity. That would be the answer that you would probably get from him. We did get a question in the chat from from Psycho Hawk. Do we have an updated timeline on Cam Johnson yet? No, we have not heard anything additional on Cam Johnson other than he was on the road trip and he was active on the road trip. He wasn't doing any contact type things, but he was running. Yeah,
there was that Dwayne Rankin saw, I think, on ESPN's app the day before, I think it was the Knicks game, that Cam Johnson looked as if he was listed as questionable, and he reached out to the team and they said, no, he's not questionable. He hasn't even started contact drills or 5-on-5. I don't think I know. I think it was Bees said something about him being ready for that Cavs game on Sunday.
No
I
chance
don't
of that
see
happening.
that.
No chance.
This guy's got to work back into the rhythm of play. He's going to get in 5-on-5. I'd be shocked if we saw him and even next week. I could be totally wrong on that, but I'd be shocked because you got to get in a rhythm.
I see. He's still 2 or 3 weeks away.
If I had to take a guess looking at this schedule, because it is about, I think this weekend is officially the 2-month mark.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to take a guess, I would say Cam Johnson would return during the next homestand for the Suns. So that would start on the 19th. Just because they're home this weekend, they've got time to actually put in a little extra work, maybe test some things out. And then over the homestand without the added travel and having all of your own equipment, your own facility, all of your personnel, I think that might be the week that we're looking at. That's just my guess.
Well, yeah, and I think you got to have at least a week of practice to see how the knee responds to playing 5-on-5. Get him comfortable with contact and shooting with somebody in his face. It's one thing to get up 100 shots in practice after everybody's run. It's another thing to go out there, try to run 5-on-5, navigate that traffic, and make sure you're mentally comfortable enough to come back, because the last thing you want is for him to try to favor the other leg for some reason and cause some other kind of injury because he's compensating because he's worried about the knee.
I'm sure Gerald will ask though for us, so we'll make sure that Gerald shares that information with us as soon as he does get any sort of an update.
We have to protect sweet baby Cam as much as possible, even from himself.
Espo, what are the teams wearing tonight?
Jerseys.
Jerseys, all right.
No, the Suns are wearing their statement edition, the gradient that looks very much like the Valley editions, versus the Miami Heat Serial Killer City edition that looks like they cut out.
Are you going to tell me you don't like this jersey?
It looks like they cut the letters
like
out of a magazine. Okay, come on.
Normally, I can get on board with some of the reasons behind why you don't like a jersey. This jersey's solid.
It looks like they cut the letters out of a magazine.
Yeah, but that's
I like
fun.
the coloring. I've always loved, but the Miami Vice jerseys,
those were dope.
By far better than these. Like any iteration of them. I loved even the pink ones. They all were good. Like this is a step down.
Do you like
I love them. I love them.
I like them.
I like things that are different, and that's a little different.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I would rather that than just some like basic font that somebody picked out of a scroll of fonts. You know what I mean?
Basically.
Oh, I don't know. Espo, you'll come around eventually. I know it.
No, it won't. I have no fashion sense. Sitting here wearing a quarter zip and purple pants.
We're working on getting you to come around to our side of things.
I robbed the Joker for his pants and wore a quarter zip today. I don't know shit about fashion.
Espo, didn't you were the one that were defending those purple pants
I love
2 months ago.
I love them, but it doesn't mean they're cool.
What's wrong with purple pants?
I've caught a lot of flack for purple pants.
It's because you don't know how to accessorize with the purple
pants. I have purple pants.
What do you want me to wear? Like a necklace and like a crown or something?
You really want to go down this road?
No, I don't want to go down this road. Because
so Espo has a nice, beautiful pair of, was it the 3/4 that have the Suns colors all over them? That's step one. I would have changed the shoes.
Yeah.
Like the shoes
you can't wear that purple with this purple.
Yes, you can. It's a hint of purple. Yes.
It clashes.
It's like a monochromatic look.
You're not talking about my purple and orange kits. No, I thought you were talking about
the black ones.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
Nice little hint of purple.
You do that.
That's step one in accessory. So I got you.
Okay. I mean, this is thrilling pregame material.
I'm just telling you, like you could have done better with your outfit.
Oh, that's sure.
We'll take you shopping, Espo. Don't worry. We got your back. All right, let's talk a little sports betting. Maybe we can win some money tonight. We can use that when we go out
he's gonna
on
try
our
and win
shopping
it all back
trip.
tonight.
First and foremost, who you guys got and by how much?
I have the Suns winning by 3.
Okay.
I have them by 2.
Gerald has them by 3, and I've got them by 4.
Look at that
if
confidence.
Only one of us would have picked one.
We're all back.
We all think the Suns are going to win tonight. That is a much better start to a game than we've seen in a while, because the last road trip, it was either all of us were for the opponent or at least half of us were.
Yeah.
It did not feel good, but we're feeling a little bit better here tonight.
And get back on track.
What does Vegas and our friends over at the DraftKings Sportsbook app think about this one, Espo?
Vegas has less confidence than any of us. They have this as the Miami Heat at a 1.5 point favorite here.
This moved 2 today, didn't it?
It did.
Because I think when I checked this morning, it was 2.5.
It was.
So do you think it's like injury based is why it moved?
Probably. Now that Tyler Hero is questionable, that's probably some of it. It did also look like the heavy money was going towards the Suns. It was at 72% at one point.
That's
also, the money line for the Suns was a plus 115.
Yeah.
What is it now?
Well, that was minus. Actually, that wasn't the money line.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like there were, like you said, 70 some odd % of people were putting their money on the Suns tonight. So it could just be an odds thing, or it maybe just everyone thinks that the team back at home, hopefully we will have a much better performance than what we've gotten over the last few days. What's the super chat, Saul? That was a good face. What's going on?
That was just a lot. From Mike B, super chat, $10. Appreciate you, bud. Hey, fam. Sorry I missed the last couple shows. Been busy. I got my backcourt teammate back. Daddy's girl, my dog, had major surgery and came home last night. Out $2,300, but I do it every time. It's a win-win for me.
Well, hit that DraftKings Sportsbook app, Bob, and maybe you can make that $2,300 back and feel even better.
Hey, I can appreciate a great dog. I love my dogs, so I'm glad that they're back and hopefully they recover nicely.
Yeah, thanks for the super chat, Mike B. We all have been in that position. I know. I think I've spent more money on my animals in the last 5 years than I have on myself. And I would do it again, just like you. It's a win-win every time.
Is a dead man walking. I swear, he's trying to kill himself every single day.
Yeah, he needs. Have you tried
He
anxiety
literally-
medicine?
He literally, yeah, we've drugged him to no end. My wife is a veterinarian, so she takes care of him, and like we've opened him up like 6 times, and so
Oh my God.
we've opened him up so many times that if he eats something effed up again, we can't open him up.
Because there's just so much scar tissue.
Deuces.
They didn't just put a zipper in there at that point. Like, you can't just do that.
There's some animals though that if that was an option, people would absolutely take it
Yeah.
because you just kind of need
I
it.
think it's more like Velcro.
Oh my gosh. All right, what are we putting our money on tonight on the DraftKings Sportsbook app?
Oh, I
What
got
we
the
got
Suns
here?
money line. Let's go. Plus 115. I have faith that Phoenix is going to pull this out. Just give me the win. Just give me the win.
I'm back, baby. I'm going big. I got DA versus Bam points. I'm taking the DA money line on that at plus 340. I'm back in business. I'm taking the lead tonight.
Those are some nice odds, Espo. I have Chris Paul under 8.5 assists tonight at a plus
Oh.
105. And here's
Somebody
why.
changed it up.
I did. Because I went back at the last 10 games and I looked because I was every morning I wake up, I get on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I'm like, okay, what's kind of speaking to me today? Typically,
Hold on.
I look for a plus. That's my first start. And then I'm like, what are my feelings as far as the odds of this actually hitting? So then I went back in the last 10 games and I looked at Chris Paul's assists. Out of those 10 games, only 3 games has he gotten over 8 assists. So
Ooh.
if this hits tonight, if the odds are on my favor, the math, if you will, then this is a pretty solid bet.
Your
Because
research.
30% of the last 10 games, he's not hit this bet, but 70% he has.
Is this a safe space?
Sometimes.
Jesus.
Can we be honest? When you say you woke up in the morning and you check,
I
mean, come on.
I call
it was
bullshit.
it was technically the morning.
It was 11:58. It was still the morning.
It was still the
But-
morning, technically.
By the way, those of you asking who's cheering in the back, that was the PHNX Coyotes crew. You can figure out why the Blackhawks are leading. So
Yeah. Okay. So now that we've shared our bets for tonight, Emma, do you got the leaderboard? Where are we sitting at?
Boo.
So Saul and Espo are both at a minus 20, and I am at a plus a 40-50. So
I just want to get into the green.
fingers crossed we can keep this going. The hard part about this that I always have to keep in mind is that like you always lose. So like you go minus money when you lose your bets too, which like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
that's the way
But
it
on the
works.
leaderboard, that's the hardest part because you could jump 20 tonight. I could go down 10 and now we're almost even again. It can move that quickly.
I can move to positive 24 tonight if I
A
want
positive 24 tonight.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can only go to positive 2, so.
Yeah. So we'll see. But that's what we're putting our money on the DraftKings Sportsbook app tonight. You guys can download the app right now and sign up with that code PHNX. Place a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Again, that is code PHNX only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
I got a side bet I want to make with you.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
What's your side bet?
I think Chris Paul is going to have 8 assists. 8 assists. So he won't be the over,
Okay.
but he will have 8 assists, at least 8 assists in the first half.
In the first half.
Yes.
So when I was looking at these assists, I want to say it was either 4 games. I think it was 4 games, maybe 5, that he had exactly 8 assists.
I'm saying first half. I'll bet you a lunch on it.
I'm looking up if there's actually odds on
Okay,
this.
so you think the bet is that he'll have 8 assists in the first half?
Yes.
I mean, well, I'm already taking it over here, so I guess I should take it from
You
you
gonna take
too.
it for
Yeah,
lunch?
Yeah,
Let's go.
we'll do a lunch.
Let's go.
So if Chris Paul does not have 8 assists
Then I owe
by the
you
end of
lunch.
the first half, you owe me a lunch. If he
Yes.
does, I owe you lunch.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Point God is back, baby. Let's go.
Espo, you can come to lunch with us too. You just have to buy your own.
Flip, 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 flip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 1,000,000%.
Oh my gosh. Everyone in the chat has said, take his money, Lindsay.
Point God. Come on, baby. Let's go.
You better say your prayers, Saul. All right. We got a little celebrity gossip for you guys. Not really. It's
What?
kind of lame. This was clickbaity, but certified. We should know this already. But Austin Matthews, if you didn't know, is a Suns fan. 100%. It got confirmed today. Look at that awesome kind of throwback vibe shirt he's rocking right now.
Yeah, one of the best hockey players in the NHL, and he's also a Suns fan. And maybe we all can dream that one day he'll find his way home.
Gosh,
The Coyotes.
I know our Coyotes show. Those peeps would love to have him back on in Arizona.
I've got something else for you. A guy who became kind of a pseudo-celebrity in Indiana tonight. You want to see that?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a half-court shot in one of the timeouts that he took. We'll watch it here. He hits it for $500.
That's it?
500. Do you remember? I remember working one where this dude hit a half-court shot and won $77,000.
Yeah, because it was like 700 from like the free throw line, 7,000 from the 3-point, and like 70,000 or 77,000.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to remember when a guy hit a 3-quarter shot for $1 million in Chicago Stadium, and when the Bulls were in the old Chicago Stadium back in like '92.
Recession sucks, is what I'm trying to say.
for sure.
One of my former
That's
coworkers.
BS.
It is
$500?
$500.
That is BS.
But he didn't even cover the price of his tickets by making that shot.
Absolutely.
One of my
awful.
former coworkers at the Suns, I won't out who it was, but I had tweeted this out and said, somebody goes, "Oh, Sarver isn't that cheap," and this person responded, he gave $25 fries gift cards for Christmas, and they didn't work half the time. And that's a true story.
Ouch.
So,
Ouch.
there you
And
go.
somebody did ask, yes, this is the Die Hard jacket. It's pretty swanky. It's pretty awesome. Get yours. There you go.
Yeah.
Also, I do have something nice and pure for all you DA haters out there that just absolutely love to crap on this guy's half-court shooting. Go ahead, Emma. You know what to do. This is DA today. No.
No,
That's
there's
not the
another
I
one.
sent you, buddy.
Oh, no.
That was DA. Surprise.
well,
DA
well.
also won $500 for hitting the half-court
DA
shot.
shot a half-court shot that I put in the Slack, but it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hey, you know what? The game's about to start. Listen, the game's about to start. I'll let Lindsay take it from here. I tried to contribute.
We
but,
could try again in the post-game
Big
show.
old L for Saul again.
I can get in like 0.2 seconds.
That's okay.
So,
All right.
Espo, the gift cards, right? So, when I was there, we get those gift cards as well, right? But one of my favorite memories of those gift cards, mine worked, thankfully, I'll say that. But because it was a partnership exchange, Suns had to buy a certain number of gift cards as part of the partnership, basically. So it was a swap of money.
So basically, they took the money that Fries gave them and gave it back to Fries.
Yes, but because they had technically spent a very large amount of money, Fries sent us like goodie bags basically, and we actually got to get some of these goodie bags, and they sent us like solid ass cheese plates, like charcuterie boards. Some of the, surprisingly enough, from Fries, some of the best charcuterie and cheese and like whatever boards that I've had in a while.
They have a delectable mix
were really
of
good.
cheeses in their.
So what I'm saying is, if you want to get me a gift, you could give me a
I'll get you
charcuterie board.
I'll take one of those $25 gift cards I have from the Christmases I used to spend while working there, and I'll get you a charcuterie board. What I want to know is which one of the front office members got the Fries fuel points for buying the gift cards.
Ooh, that's
Somebody
a good
had some free gas.
question.
You know that shit happened.
Because that would have lasted a really long time.
You know that shit happened.
Ooh. Are we ready, Emma? Did you get it yet? I tried to stall as much as I could.
I did get it, yes.
All right, here we go. We got it, guys.
Yeah, you can just play it. Yeah. Listen, I don't
Was
know
he
why.
testing the wind?
First
Yes.
of all, yes. Yeah, listen, I don't know why people give DA flack. He's been doing this since his U of A days. And look, his son is over to the side. He's talking to his son, who's like almost 2 years old. And it's like this guy makes it over half the time. It's pretty remarkable. And then right here, yes, sir. Like, this is great.
I just love the measurement. There's real thought put into it. You know what bothers me the most, though, and I just realized this? They're wearing the Valley-type jerseys on the city court. It's dumb, but that's going to bother me tonight. But DA's shot's beautiful.
But they need to use that court more. That court is awesome.
Well, I agree.
I mean, this is just beautiful. I mean,
That's fun. I love seeing players with their kids. It's when you get to see the real them. Like I brought up Goran earlier. When his newborn kid came around, that's when you saw the real him.
DA's putting up 50 tonight. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into the pregame show. We appreciate you. Don't forget to meet us right back here after the game wraps up. Bye.
Hey yo, my lifestyle is retro. Tell the Phoenix Metro. Megas in control and he ain't never gonna let go. PHNX though, Lindsey, Gerald, Espo. Saw past the ball, we here to turn up the tempo. Got to understand me, I'll always rep the